Hey, Playmakers, coming up next, Destination Madden, only on G4, TV for gamers.
Hello and welcome. I'm Jim Murray here at the 2003 EA Sports Madden Challenge Championship game. After 15,000 gamers have competed in 32 cities across the country, we're down to our final two. And today they'll be playing a game of Madden 2004 to determine not only who will be this year's Madden Challenge champion, but who gets the grand prize of $50,000. We're here at the House of Blues in Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino, where our two finalists are David the Sandman Sychik and Big Gene Williams. Now I'm joined by our Madden experts, G4TV.com's Scott Rubin, and one of last year's Madden Challenge finalists, Charles Smith, a.k.a. The Solution. Now, guys, what do you think about today's big final game?
Well, after watching these guys compete through all their games to get them here, it's going to be about stopping the high-powered offense of the other player. I think both of these guys have shown they can put up a lot of points. They can pretty much put them up from anywhere. So who can stop them, Charles? That's going to be the big question.
Oh, yeah, definitely. This game is going to boil down to turnovers and time management. Now, you got two of the top ballers in the world going face-to-face. Sandman is a top baller. Big Gene, what can you say? This guy has stifling defense and just a fabulous offense. It's going to come down to who creates the most turnovers and who can basically manage the clock wisely.
Now, Charles, you've actually played these guys. How do you stop them? How would you stop them?
I mean, there's really no anecdote to stop either one of these guys. Like I said, you couldn't have asked for a better championship game. Big Gene, like I said, he's the best. Sandman, he's considered to be the best. This is more like a mirror match. It's going to basically boil down to turnovers. And the only way you can stop these guys is if you can force turnovers and manage the clock wisely.
Now, Scott, we're going to be seeing an Atlanta Falcons versus Atlanta Falcons championship game. I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of Mike Vick.
Well, hey, he's on the cover of the game. You got to figure he is the playmaker. And really, as we've seen all day long, he can run from just about anywhere. And he'll drop back 20, 30 yards, pull those linemen away, and then, break for daylight. You got to be conscious of where Mike Vick is at all times, because not only can he run, not only can he scramble, then he can throw the ball on the run. And when that happens, you better have some coverage downfield.
Exactly. And that's the only question of doubt with the ATL defense. Michael Vick scrambles. Their secondary is really not that good out there in ATL. So we might see a lot of big plays down there at Privilege Price. Michael Vick taking the ball downfield.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle. Offenses, obviously, very, very equal. Defense is going to be who can do the best with that limited Atlanta defense.
Now, guys, we're obviously in Las Vegas. This is where people come to make picks. If you guys had to make picks on who wins this big game, who would it be? Scott, we'll start with you.
Well, after watching these guys compete all day and seeing Sandman almost get eliminated at one point with a two-point conversion that was stopped at the 1-yard line, I want to feel that maybe he could be beat. But I think Big Gene is going to take this game. I think that his defense is what's going to win it for him. I see a turnover, a big turnover. Big Gene takes home the title of Playmaker of the Year and $50,000 in cash. What do you say about that, Charles?
I mean, you put up a good argument, but I'm more in favor of the Sandman. I've seen the Sandman rise to the occasion numerous times. Not taking anything away from Big Gene in his game because it's fabulous. But I think in this game, I'm going with the favorite, and that's the Sandman.
All right, guys, we'll be back with the kickoff of the 2003 EA Sports Madden Challenge Championship game right after this.
Hey, Playmakers, keep it locked right here for Destination Madden, only on G4, TV for gamers.
Welcome back to the 2003 EA Sports Madden Challenge Championship. We're here at the House of Blues in the Mandalay Bay Resort Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we're ready to head down to the floor for the start of today's action. And we are underway, the opening kickoff of the 2003 EA Sports Madden Challenge Championship game. And guys, you can just almost cut the tension with a knife. Opening kickoff taken by Allen Rossum. Rossum takes it up to the 20, 25, taken down at about the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Atlanta Falcons.
Both of these guys made lots of roster moves and substitution before the game, putting the guys they want in position.
And this is a Falcons matchup for the $50,000. And to clear up any confusion, The Falcons in white, Big Gene Williams. The Falcons in black, David the Sandman Sychek.
This is going to be a very fast-paced game here. ATL versus ATL. This is going to be a very
Second and 9
fast-paced
now,
game.
play fake by Vic. Back to pass. And complete to
boy.
I got him,
Brown.
that is a big play right there. That
We
is
saw a lot of that earlier today. It's going to continue to be the theme here in the final game as well.
You want to keep the defense off balance.
Hand off to Warwick Dunn for a gain of about 3.5 yards. Now 2nd down and 7 for Big Gene Williams.
He's going to keep running the ball a little bit. You don't want to get too one-dimensional.
Exactly. You want to have continuity in your game. That's the best way to play a top ball league.
Play fake by Vic, rolls out to the left.
Wide open.
Wide open, Peerless Price, some nice stick work.
And you know what we call that? We call that I got him, coach.
There wasn't anybody within 5 to 8 yards of him. He definitely picks up the first down there, and he's in scoring position.
So another first down. This nice drive, opening drive here by Big Gene Williams continues. Another play fake by Vic. He rolls out to the left. Whoa, and a big sack by Sychek.
Well, there you go. That's the defensive stand that you need. You've got to step up and put pressure on Mike Vick.
I don't know if he didn't see that guy coming, but he ran flat into him.
Another rollout by Vic.
Oh, almost another sack.
Oh, nearly another sack there by Rossum, and Vic felt the heat right there, guys.
I think the defense is starting to become a part of the game, just like we talked about. You need to shut down the high-powered offense.
So now a big 3rd down and 15 for Big Gene Williams, and he is in a 5-wide formation. Vic rolls
He's
out,
off.
So
and
much
he is
lane.
off. Oh,
Wow.
by Michael Vick.
And that was almost a
Recovered
costly
by
mistake.
Big Gene Williams. It's still going to be 4th and 4, and he's going to go for it.
That's a good call right here. It's early in the game. Take a chance. He has a high potent offense. Let's see what he does.
Single back 5 wide. Vic passes, and it is caught by Brian Fennerin. He got big.
And see, that's the problem. Whenever you play a zone against ATL, those receivers are so fast. When they release, you got to get a body in.
I think that the defense stepped up, held them close, but when it was 4th and 4, you got to play the run, you got to play the pass, and in this case, the pass outmatched the defense.
It's a 7-0 lead for Big Gene Williams and his Atlanta Falcons in the road white.
Now, let's be interesting to see what Sandman does to come back.
And that's a good call. A fair catch there. You don't want to take the chance and fumble and give Big
No
Gene the ball
onside
back.
kicks allowed early in the game, so a lot of guys are choosing to kick it up high, get some of the bigger guys with their hands on it.
Exactly.
Not a very good kickoff there. But now it's the first offensive series for the Sandman, David Sychek. He rolls back with Vic, and it's picked off. A huge interception there by Big Gene Williams. And Williams made the interception.
Like I said before the game, I think Big Gene's defense is really going to be the critical factor here. There's the first turnover of the game, and really, for the Sandmen, you don't want your first drive to end up in the interception.
Big Gene's defense is tight. He just displayed that right there. But I think the Sandman is going to bounce back. It's not going to be a problem. He's been in this situation before.
So again, 1st and 10 now for Big Gene Williams. He gets the ball right back, and he's in David Sychek's Falcons territory, but a poor run there.
Don't sleep on Sandman's defense. He has a pretty good defense himself.
I was just going to say, his defense isn't asleep at the wheel, really. Making a big stop on 1st down.
Loss of 2 yards on that play. Now 2nd down and 12 for Big Gene Williams and his Falcons in white. Play fake by Vic, feeling the pressure, throws, and it's intercepted by Williams on David Sychek's Falcons. What interception there.
Again, the pressure was on, the blitz was coming. Vic had to react, and again, another interception.
Whenever you have heat, a lot of guys, they tend to get anxious back there. Michael Vick, he's not the best passer. He will throw an interception.
So now David Sychek with the ball offensively again, shotgun formation. Vic back to pass, rolls out to the right, and he takes off, and he runs out of bounds for a gain of about 7 yards.
And that's a smart play right there by Sandman. You don't want to take any unnecessary hits. Maybe you fumble with Vic and give the ball back to Big Gene.
We've already seen one fumble today. You don't want another one.
You definitely don't want another one.
So now 2nd down and 3, shotgun formation once again for David Sychek and his Atlanta Falcons. Strong side right formation, man in motion. Vic back to pass. He rolls out with Vic again, throws deep and caught by Brian Finner, and he gets big again.
And once again, whenever you match up one-on-one with these receivers, with ATL's defense, the offense is always going to win that battle. I like that matchup all the time.
And the mark of a great player, he had the room to run, but he saw the man open downfield and took the big yardage.
So a big first down now. Shotgun formation. And Vic rolls out, throws to his left, caught by Peerless Price. Price is always going to make that kind of catch, guys.
He's always going to make that catch. He has so much speed to bounce right back outside and catch it and get separation from the defense. That was a beautiful catch.
So now Vic rolls out to the right, pressure there, and sacked. A nice pressure sack there by Big Gene Williams.
You got to have a spy on Mike Vick, especially down near the end zone, because he will run out to the sides and put it in himself.
We're seeing the hurry-up offense once again. 2nd and goal now for the Sandman. Vic, quick pass and incomplete. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and goal.
That was 6.
And that was uncharacteristic for ATO's receivers to drop a pass like that. He was wide open. We won't see any more of that.
At the 9-yard line, 3rd and goal, pass to Peerless Price, and he doesn't get into the end zone, so now it's a 4th and goal at about the half-yard line.
That's a critical stop right there. It puts him in a 4th down situation and keeps the touchdown from happening.
Hand off to Warwick Dunn, and he doesn't get into the end zone. It's a turnover on down.
It's a huge goal line stand right there. You have to be able to stop plays within the 1-yard line, and really, those guys stepped up and stopped that play cold.
Sandman is going to have to pull himself together and get back in this game here.
You've got to be careful here at the 1-yard line, though. You don't want to take a safety.
I've
So
seen a
now
lot
Big
of safeties
Gene
in this
back
area.
on offense. And a handoff to Warwick Dunn for a gain of 5 yards. Now 2nd down and 5.
Good job moving it out of there. Get a little running going. Get out of that end zone before you...
5-wide formation, pass to the right to Peerless Price. Big gain there, nice stick work.
Wow.
And he is off.
And that
Look
is-
at this, at the
I got him,
40,
go.
the 50, he is gone.
got
See you
him,
later. 30, 20, 10, 5, forget about it. Touchdown,
curtain.
huge touchdown for Big Gene Williams.
Charles, really, you got to make those tackles. He had him back at the 10, 15-yard line. A really good stick control, and it's 6.
Right now, I am just shook up right now. I can't believe that Sandman is down 14 points to Big Gene.
So now a 14-0 lead for Big Gene Williams and his Atlanta Falcons in the road white. And he's looked pretty dominating so far. And another poor kick there by Big Gene Williams. Charles, is he doing that type of kickoff on purpose there?
Oh, yeah, he's definitely doing that on purpose. ATO has a real good special teams and kick return team, so you don't want to let them spring a big one to take it to the house on you.
So now 1st and 10 for the Sandman, shotgun formation. And he's back to pass. Some pressure there from Big Gene. Throws
Wow, he
way
is wide
deep to
open.
Peerless Price.
got him, coach.
And forget about it. One play. First play from scrimmage.
You know, Charles told us early on that it could be one play. That's all he'd need to score. He really stepped up and made a huge play there. If he doesn't score in this drive, could have been big trouble for him.
Oh, yeah, Sandman is a one-hitter quitter. This guy here can come down and strike at anywhere on the field.
Kickoff now here by the Sandman. Looks like it's going to be fielded by Warwick Dunn at about the 5-yard line. He's up at the 10, taken down at about the 20, and Big Gene's going to come back out on offense. 1st and 10 Falcons here. Play fake by Vic. Pass complete to Jenkins.
Wow.
Nice stick work there by Big Gene, and it looks like he can take off, and that is a gain of about 50 yards from Big Gene Williams.
I mean, his stick control is just out of this world.
So we're going to see this first quarter come to an end on this handoff to Warwick Dunn.
He's not going to be stopped. Fighting for extra yards.
And that's it. At the end of the first quarter, Big Gene Williams and his Falcons lead over David Sychek's Falcons with a score of 14-7. Welcome back to the 2003 EA Sports Madden Challenge Championship here at the House of Blues in Mandalay Bay. Let's head down to the floor for the start of the second quarter. And now on 2nd down, a big completion to Brian Finneran, just short of the end zone. That is a huge, huge play.
That was a huge play because Big Gene took control of Finneran right there to make that play possible. A lot of guys let the computer go out and get it, not in this case.
Hand off there to Warwick Dunn, and there was no gain. Now 2nd down and goal to go.
Big Gene not really resting on anything. He's just going right at Sandman and picks up the
Hand off once again to Warwick Dunn for the touchdown, and it's now a 21-7 lead for Big Gene Williams and his road white Falcons.
See what the Sandman's got to answer that drive.
And the first big deep kickoff there by Big Gene. Fielded by Warwick Dunn at about the 2-yard line.
Wow.
Nice stick work there by
Oh, I got it.
And he's on at the 20. Oh, and taken down at about the 25-yard line.
That's not easy to do. It really takes a lot of practice, a lot of control.
A lot of hours in the lab to master that move right there.
1st and 10 now for the Sandman at about the 25-yard line. Vic takes on,
Wide
rolls
open.
off to the left, and wide open once again is Fearless Price. Forget it. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Again, one play.
I told you, Sandman is the one-hit wonder. This kid here, he can score at any given second. This game is far from over, folks.
What's interesting also is that on each one of those scoring touchdown passes, Mike Vick had about 50 yards to run, a whole bunch of green in front of him, but yet he elects to make the pass, and both times has come up with a touchdown.
It is now a 21-14 game. Big Gene still in the lead.
Now, everyone expected some offense in this game. We're seeing it, and really, you got to kind of say the Sandman's got the edge because he's using one play per touchdown instead of the drives that are being put together by Big Gene.
Kickoff to Big Gene here, fielded by Warwick Dunn, taken down at about the 24-yard line.
Now, if you're in Big Gene's position right now, you want to kind of hold on to the ball, run the clock a little bit, because he knows now that Sandman is for real.
First and 10 now for Big Gene Williams, set up in the I formation at about the 24. Play fake by Vic. He rolls out to the right, gets rid of it, caught by Jenkins, and a nice little move there. It's a pickup of about 20 yards.
Great job by Gene to avoid the sack. He really had the pressure coming, but he stepped up, made the throw, and avoided the sack.
First and 10, I formation once again, handoff to Warwick Dunn. Nice little move there, and he takes off at the 40, the 30. What a move there, and that is a big run for about 30 yards there by Warwick Dunn.
Both guys have Warwick Dunn on their team, yet Big Gene seems to really be taking Warwick Dunn to the house.
This game is like a boxing match, a big punch here and a big punch there.
Handoff now to Travis Jervey. He's got the speed. That's a nice move to put him in there.
Oh, yeah, I definitely...
Great running here in this game.
Great running. Big Gene is giving Big Sandman a nice little mix-up here. Little play action, a little run.
Second down and a yard. Handoff to Warwick Dunn. Looked like he got no gain there. It's now 3rd and inches.
And going to the no huddle, trying to get a little bit of a pace going here.
These wide receivers are spread, and it's a QB sneak by Vic. He slides, gets the first down.
Now, that was really smart of Big Gene to slide right there. You don't want to make any costly mistakes when you're playing a game of this magnitude with $50,000 on the line.
So we're at the 3-minute mark here in the second quarter of the 2003 EA Sports Madden Challenge Championship game. It's Falcons versus Falcons, and Big Gene Williams leads 21-14.
Both of these players 19 years old, so they got the time to spend on their game.
Handoff there on first down to Warwick Dunn, no gain.
And really, that's how you become a great baller. You have to just practice, practice, practice.
Like anything else in life, practice makes perfect. If you want to be considered in that class to be a world-renowned top baller, you must throw at least 10 hours a day on this.
Big Gene Williams in the road white. Handoff once again to Warwick Dunn. A gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 from the 20-yard line.
Big Gene likes to come out in that spread offense and then audible down.
I was just going to say, that seems to be what he does every single time. He gets all of his fast receivers out on the field and audibles down. Get that single wide.
And really, there's a play fake by Vic. He avoids the pressure. Vic goes back deep in the pass to McCord. And that's going to pick up the first down. A huge play there by
Charles,
Big Gene.
talk about what he's doing when he brings Vic back and really slings the ball out at the last minute to make that completion.
But what he's doing two things. One, he's buying his receivers a little bit of time so the routes can develop. And second, he's trying to elude that blitz that's coming because Sandman is putting the heat on.
So we're at the 2-minute warning, and Warwick Dunn
That is just
on some nice moves there. Gets in for the touchdown. What a big play.
People say they can't run the ball in Madden. You can't run it if you're not good. Big Gene is running the ball as well as anyone I've ever seen play this game.
Big Gene is treating ATL and Warwick Dunn like he's out there with KC and Priest Holmes.
And you got to wonder if the defense of the Sandman is so concerned about those passes that they're playing the pass, which is opening up a little bit of room for Warwick Dunn to make those big runs.
Oh, yeah, Sandman is definitely wary of Big Gene's offense. He's going to have to pull it together here.
So now with just under 2 minutes to play, it is a 28-14 game. Big Gene Williams leading over David Sandman Sidechick, and Sandman back on offense right here, 1st and 10.
There's more than 2 seconds on the board, so there's definitely time for him to score again. He only needs about 2 or 3
Vic
seconds.
back to pass, avoids the pressure, throws complete to Jenkins. That's a gain of about 25 yards. He gets the first down.
And once again, you see Michael Vick buying time, just enough time so his routes can develop for his receivers, and he's flinging it out there.
Early on, Big Gene's defense was a big factor. Lately, it hasn't been anywhere to be found.
Shotgun formation for the Falcons. Vic rolls out to the right, has all day, passes to Peerless Price over the middle. Some nice stick work there by Sandman, picks up the first down.
That right there is world-class stick control right there. All top ballers possess that. If you're not a top baller, then you don't have it. You need to go get it.
So now another nice drive being put together here by Sandman. He's already in Big Gene's Falcons territory. Snap to Vic. He's rolling around, goes out to the left, and Vic takes off. He's at the 30, and he gets that first down. That's a gain of about 11 yards. First and 10 from the 22. So 30 seconds to play in the first half. Vic, nice pass to Peerless Price over the middle. He's at the 10. It's down to about the 9. That picks up another first down for Sandman.
We've seen that play before, Charles.
We've seen that play numerous times. And just to go back on what you said, Sandman is definitely taking care of the ball. Time management is key. And that's the beauty of Sandman. He knows how to play this game and keep us cool.
28-14 lead, and there it is, another touchdown for Sandman. It's now a 28, about to be 21 game, and Sandman is scoring at will.
They might as well just light all the fireworks up because this game is filled with offensive explosion.
It really is. Sandman can score, Big Gene can score. It's really going to come down to whose defense is going to play the best and who really has time management in their game.
So with the first half coming to a close, it's a 28-21 lead for Big Gene Williams and his Road White Falcons. Kickoff here by Sandman.
Yeah, but Charles, we know there's 22 seconds left. That's enough time for multiple scores in some game.
That's more than enough time for either one of these guys to take the ball and go downfield.
Kickoff taken by Rossum, taken down at about the 20-yard line, so it's going to be first and 10 at the 20. And now, Charles, would you maybe take a knee here, or do you think Big Gene is just trying to go
No, I think Big Gene is he's on a tear right now. He wants to pour it on.
Vic back to pass. He rolls out to the right. Gets up to about the 18. He throws way deep. Oh, and it's a user pick.
There's a flag down, though, and it's going to be interference.
Wow.
And was that defensive pass interference?
Yes, it was, and that's going to be a big help because that's going to actually put the ball right there at the spot of the foul. So what was a great play by the Sandman turns into great field position for Gene.
You hear that home crowd booing. I don't know how well how good of a call that really was.
And I think right now in this position, you're going to see a lot of quick passes to the outside to either Peerless Price or Warwick Dunn just to get closer within field goal range.
Now 2nd and 8.
Now the clock's ticking down. To an end. This
5,
is the play
4.
Right here.
Oh, and it's a user pick by Williams. That time there's no pass interference, and that is the way to stop Big Gene Williams. And that is going to end the half at halftime. The score is 28-21 in favor of Big Gene Williams.
Attention to the stage.
Welcome back to the 2003 EA Sports Madden Challenge Championship. We're here at the House of Blues at the Mandalay Bay Resort Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. The first half is over between David Sandman Sidecheck and Big Gene Williams. It's been a heck of a game so far, guys. Your thoughts on the first half?
Well, these guys definitely have not disappointed. This is exactly what they did to get to this game. Both teams having their way on offense. Really, Warwick Dunn on Big Gene's side, really running the ball well. A lot of rushing yards, was opened up play action. Obviously, you got to keep the guys guessing. On the other side of the ball, Sandman, Peerless Price, over and over again. 2 touchdowns on 1 play each. You've got to wonder at some point when the big play was going to happen. Of course, Big Gene had it in the first half, that big turnover, and that's why he has the difference right now, a 7-point lead.
Yeah, like you said, that turnover right there played into Big Gene's favor, but both ballers are playing top game right now. I expect Sandman to come out and keep the heat on or whatnot, keep hitting Big Gene with those one-hit plays because it's working into his favor. And I think we're going to see an exciting game.
Our Rossi Moriali is with our finalists. Let's go down and get some first half thoughts.
I'm here with Sandman. Sandman, first half is down. You're down 7 points. You get the ball back. What's going on in the first half?
I just made some bad choices, you know. I threw a bad pick. He fumbled once, I didn't get it back. Just a couple of bad breaks.
Well, I saw he had a crucial stop on 4th and goal. I know that hurt you, but you regain your composure. You're back. You get the ball back. You have a chance to tie it up. What are you going to change in the second half to get this 50,000?
Nothing. I feel like if I just get a couple of breaks, I'll win.
Can he stop your offense?
He's bringing something good, but I think I can beat it.
All right, Big G. Now, hey, man, you threw the first half of the finals. Right now, you're up 28-21. How you feeling?
I feel all right, but, man, I wish I could stop him, man. He going little streaks up the field, left and right, and I wish I could stop him. I need to stop him. I need one more stop and game over.
What's working for you right now so far in this first half?
He can't stop me. He don't know how to stop me yet. That's the only thing working for me. Because I should be stopping him, and I'm not stopping him. If I stopped him at least 2 or 3 times, this game would be over by now.
All right, so there you have it. He knows what he's got to do to win this game. Back to you guys.
All right, Scott, Charles, what do you guys expect to see out of the second half of this game?
Well, I really think Sandman is going to continue what he's doing. He's hitting Peerless Price. Big Gene's not stopping him, so I expect to see a lot more of that in the second half. And of course, I think Warwick Dunn will continue to run the ball well for Big Gene, which will set up that play action, which will help him get more points on the board.
I think what we're going to see from Big Gene is a lot of defensive changes right there. He's going to switch up his audibles. He's going to have to get a man on Peerless Price. Sandman right now is destroying Big Gene with 1 plays to Peerless Price. He needs to come out of some more man defenses and stay away from the zones.
All right, we'll be back with the second half of the 2003 EA Sports Madden Challenge Championship right after this.
Hey, playmakers, keep it locked right here for Destination Madden. Only on G4, TV for gamers.
Welcome back to the 2003 EA Sports Madden Challenge Championship. With the first half in the books, we're ready to head back down to the floor for the start of the second half. And the second half of play is about to get underway. Big Gene Williams kicking off. He's got the lead as we go into this half, 28-21.
Charles, both those guys met with their little crew during the halftime. I'm sure they got some words of wisdom.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I know coming from Sandman's camp, they're probably telling him, apply the pressure just a tad bit more and watch the play action pass. Big Gene's camp probably said, just keep doing what you're doing. You're playing fabulous.
So now 1st and 10 for Sandman. He's in that familiar shotgun formation again. Handoff to Warwick Dunn. Not much of a gain there. Looks like that's going to bring up a total loss.
Interesting. Sandman now running the ball a little bit, trying to get Warwick Dunn involved in the offense.
Oh, yeah, he probably wants to come out and get Big Gene off balance. Let's see what his approach is really about.
So that was a loss of a yard. Second down and 11. Vic back to pass, feels the pressure, throws to Peerless. Price is wide open at the 40. The 30, he's gone. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown once again for Sandman.
The same play over and over again. Peerless Price is open, and it's 6.
Sandman has 1 play, and Big Gene can't stop it. Now, if I'm Big Gene at this point, I'm keying on Peerless Price the whole way through.
And side check, it is Falcon set up for the extra point. It's it is blocked. It is no good.
You know, we've seen a couple of those earlier today, but in the championship game, losing the extra point by a block is just huge.
Now, I don't know how Big Gene set that up, but that was huge.
Charles, you don't see that very much in this game.
Not in this year's version. They don't allow that much.
So Big Gene has the ball back, and that is taken by Warwick Dunn up to about the
As big a deal as that blocked extra point is, these guys are more than capable of going for 2 and picking it up. So it's a little bit of a glitch, but not really that bad.
Definitely.
And the handoff there to Warwick Dunn. And it's a gain of about 2 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 for Big Gene Williams.
And now we see a little ball control and time management by Big Gene.
And there, Warwick Dunn taken out for a loss. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11.
We talked about it. Sandman's got to learn to stop that running game, and so far, he's actually executing that change. And we have an offside.
Wow.
I think this is coming back.
Wide open. He's gone at the 30, 20.
I think this one's coming back.
15,
I think we have
10,
offsides.
5 touchdown. Was that going to be an offsides?
It won't matter.
Penalty is obviously going to be declined. And again, there's just a big touchdown right there.
Both of these guys have these 1 play to a Peerless Price that's putting up major points on the scoreboard.
Big Gene Williams here setting up for the 2-point conversion. High formation, steps back with Vic, and that pass is incomplete.
And that was a big stop right there for Sam, and he really needed that. He's going to have to bounce back right here, because if he doesn't score here, this game could get ugly real fast.
Kickoff here by Big Gene Williams. And that's going to be taken at about the 33
both
yard.
teams kicking shallow in order to prevent a good return, but really they're giving the ball at the 35, 40-yard line. But so far in this game, field position hasn't really meant much.
1st and 10 now for Sandman. Shotgun formation, Michael Vick. Back to pass, rolls out to the left. He throws deep once again. Peerless Price wide open. 20, 10, 5, touchdown.
mean, this is starting to be real redundant. I don't know if Big Gene is just like allowing Sandman to free Fearless Price like this, but he has to get a body on him. You know, even if he takes somebody off the line, you gotta watch that guy. Fearless Price is putting up big numbers right now.
Sandman goes for the 2-point conversion there, and now he is up 35-34.
It's the first lead of the game for Sandman. You got to be feeling good about that. You picked him to win this game, and he's finally coming through with his help.
Oh yeah, definitely. This game is like a roller coaster. But like I said, Sandman is a top baller, and I definitely think he's gonna pull it out.
And that return by Warwick Dunn taken up to the 27-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for Big Gene Williams and his road white Falcons. And he is down 35-34 to David Sandman side check. Play fake there by Vic. Rolls out to the left. Deep pass to Brian Finneran is incomplete. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
Sandman needs a turnover. If he scores one more time, I'm betting on Sandman.
2nd down 10. Vic backs pass. Rolls out to the left once again. Throws deep for Brian Finneran. He's going to get big. Wow, incomplete. Nice defensive play right there.
You're talking about the Falcons defense right there. They stepped up, knocked the ball down. That was another touchdown if they don't make that play.
Definitely. Good D right
big
there.
Defensive play there by Sandman. Vic back to pass, rolls out to the right with Vic. He throws deep again, and he's not going to find anybody. 4th down.
Forced that ball in before he had to. Nobody there to catch the ball.
Now, this is interesting. Your back is against the wall just a little bit in Big Gene's position, and you're going to go for it on 4th down.
He's on the 26-yard line.
4th and 10 in his own territory. Big Gene is going for it, steps back with Vic. Has protection, rolls out to the left at the 20. Throws deep. Brian Finneran is going to get big, but he can make the catch. What a play by the cornerback.
And that's a costly turnover right there for Big Gene Williams. He should have punted the ball. He's a top baller. He knows that Sandman can convert this play right here to go up 8 points here.
That is what Tamino, the beat calls a lack of coaching. And right there on one play, a touchdown for the Sandman. He's scoring at will.
The question is going to have to be for Big Gene. Why not try and kick it away, play the field position game a little bit? So deep in your own territory, that's a costly turnover on downs.
Kickoff fielded by Warwick Dunn up at the 20. 25 taken down at about the 23-yard line. It is a 43-34 lead for David Sandman sidecheck in his home black Falcons. Handoff to Warwick Dunn, and a nice run for about 6 yards.
Jim, the pressure is starting to really build up here. Gene knows that he's got to score on this drive. If he doesn't and Sandman scores again, he's going to be in a tough position to come back.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Back to pass, rolls out to the left. Has all day to throw, and it is incomplete. He looks like he's off his passing game right now.
In the first half, those passes are caught. Second half, a lot of passes are going overthrown. You can feel the pressure starting to get to Vic.
It's just like you said, the momentum is starting to shift, and it's going in favor of the Sandman.
He feels the pressure, and there is a big sack there by David Sandman sidecheck.
Now, if he doesn't convert this play here, folks, listen to me. This game will be over real fast.
Why not punt it away here? It's a 4th and 20. You've got to be perfect on this down. If not, you're going to give ball back to Sandman at the 15-yard line.
4th and 20, Big Gene in his own territory. He throws deep, and that is incomplete. What a foolish play right there by Big Gene.
I got to wonder what Big Gene's team of consultants is telling him in his ear right now. He's giving the game away, Charles.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Scott. I'm wondering what Big Gene is thinking. He's a top baller. He knows better than that.
So Sandman.
Oh, what a great move.
Nice little run there by Vic. He's automatically in the red zone of Big Gene Williams now with 2:20 to play in the third quarter. 43-34, Sandman leads.
Sandman has just an array of plays that he can go to in crucial situations and convert the ball.
First and goal, handoff to TJ Duckett. There's the touchdown to make it 49-34.
We're at a 3-score game now. I think that Big Gene is going to have to not only score some points, but he's going to have to take a lot of chances on defense, which could result in an even deeper deficit.
So Sandman goes for the 2 points, and it's good. He runs in with Vic. It's now 51-34. And Charles, looks like you got a little bit of a twinkle in your eye, because I think you knew something we didn't about David Sandman's sidecheck.
Well, I know Sandman, and one thing about Sandman is that he doesn't like to open up the game with his stifling offense. He saves a little bit for the second half, and he's displaying that right now.
I think what I see here is really the coaching. The coaching is really the problem with this team. Big Gene not making good coaching decisions. going for it on 4th and long in your own territory twice in a row. The momentum has clearly shifted over to the Sandman.
Big Gene back on offense. Vic rolling around, tries to get rid of it, and he's sacked for a loss of 6 yards. That's going to be 2nd down and 16. Big Gene looks lost.
Yeah, just to reiterate on what you said, Scott, I definitely think Big Gene is being outcoached. I think Big Gene's whole team is being outcoached. And Sandman, he might have a pick here, folks. That's
Vic
a
back
big
to
play.
pass. Deep completion there to Brian Finneran. That's a gain of about 35, 40 yards. That's a big first down right there.
He'll only need about 25 more of those to get back in this game.
Right now, Sandman, we're seeing him dictate the game to Big Gene.
Vic back to pass once again. Brian Finneran gets big. That's a gain of about 30, 10, 5 yards. Touchdown right there. Touchdown,
Well,
Brian Finneran.
Look, he's in this game for a reason. He makes plays like that, but really, he's going to need to keep making plays like that.
It's now a 51-42 game. 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 51-42, Sandman leads.
We won't be seeing any onside kicks until the 4th quarter. I have a feeling once the 4th quarter rolls in, we're going to see a lot of them.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
This ball taken by Warwick Dunn, taken out at about the 20-yard line. So Sandman back on offense once again, and let's see how many plays it takes for him to get in the
And
end
it's
zone
that
again.
traditional Sandman set with the shotgun trips and
He's got to get some big defense stuff here.
What a catch by Peerless Price. So at the end of the third quarter, the score is 51-42 in favor of David Sandman Sychek. We'll be right back with the final quarter of the 2003 EA Sports Madden Challenge Championship right after this. Welcome back to the 2003 EA Sports Madden Challenge Championship. Let's head down to the floor for the start of the 4th quarter. 2nd down and 3, shotgun formation, handoff to Warwick Dunn.
Oh, that's not
There's
good.
a flag
We got an
thrown on the
offside
play,
penalty, I think.
and that is going to be offsides on Big Gene. Penalty accepted, and that's going to result in a first down.
Big Gene's got to reach deep, deep, deep into his defensive playbook and find something to shut down the offense. Just
1st and 10,
getting a
Sandman
little
once
out of
again
control.
throws onto the flats. Peerless Price, it's going to be a face mask penalty, 5-yard variety. And things are not going well for Big Gene
yeah,
right
what we're
now.
seeing here is the defense is a little fatigued and the offense is still ready to get down and score and put up points. Right now, Big Gene's back is against the wall, folks.
One turnover could change this game dramatically.
Vic back to pass. He throws
a lot
deep
of
in the end
traffic,
zone.
but-
Brian Finneran, he gets up there. There's a touchdown.
And that was just incredible. We haven't seen Sandman come out of any other formation than the shotgun trips, and he is just flawless with that formation.
After that touchdown, it's 57-42 in favor of Sandman. He's going for the 2-point conversion, and it's fumble, and it's no good. So 57-42 as we head to the final quarter, and guys, or as we're in the final quarter, and guys, this game is sort of getting a little out of hand for Big Gene.
Well, it's 2 touchdowns right now, and obviously we've seen that anybody can put up 2 touchdowns in a 4th quarter, but it really, again, it comes down to the defense. He has got to stop Sandman on his next possession.
So Big Gene back on offense. That ball taken by Warwick Dunn up to the 25-yard line after that kickoff. So now 1st and 10 for Big Gene.
It's funny because both ballers at one point in this game, they were both down by 2 touchdowns. Sandman, a fierce competitor, bounced back. Let's see if Big Gene can.
Vic back to pass, rolls out to the left, throws way deep, and that was just an errant pass. It's a user pick by Sandman, and this game is getting out of hand. Turn there about 25 yards.
I think that really what's happened here is, you know, while Big Gene comes into it with the stifling defense, the Sandman, because Gene is in such a hole, is able to come up and make a huge user pick right there.
Sandman back on offense once again in the shotgun formation on 1st down. Ball snapped to Vic, steps back, and that pass is incomplete. So now 2nd down and 10 from about the 35-yard line. Sandman, ball snapped to Vic, he rolls out to the right, throws into the flats to Warwick Dunn, and that's going to be a big completion, and he gets the 1st down.
I think what the Sandman is trying to do is say, look, I know you think I'm going to run the clock and drain the clock out, but I'm just going to keep coming at you.
Vic back to pass, that pass complete to Price, and he's gone over the middle, 10-5, touchdown again for Price.
When you look at this dominating performance, the best of the best comes head-to-head, and 63 points are put up on the board. You got to respect that.
I spoke to Sandman earlier in the tournament, and he told me, he said, you know what, Solution? I'm tired of everybody out there saying that I'm good, but I'm not that good. Well, I think today, right now, Sandman has quieted the critics, and everybody that is down in Sandman still, he's waiting for you.
So with under 3 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, Big Gene Williams back on offense. He throws deep, and that ball nearly picked off by Sandman once again. 63-42 lead for Sandman, and guys, I wish I bet the over.
Well, I have to tell you, I think that a lot of people who are fans of the Oakland Raiders and saw them get destroyed in the Super Bowl have to look at this and go, yeah, I kind of know what you're going through.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Both ballers got tremendous respect for one another. You know, Big Gene and Sandman, they tend to go back and forth, but today was just Sandman's day, man.
And there's a sack by Sandman. That is a big loss for Big Gene. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 17 as we head to the 2-minute warning.
And when you add it all up, you take the games that he won to get to the final, and then the games he won today, Big Gene, obviously good enough to get into this game where a lot of other guys who are great ballers fell short.
Exactly. And this late in the tournament, you got to be thinking maybe fatigue kicked in. They played 5 games to get here. So maybe Sandman was just a little more prepared.
So you wonder if Big Gene will take a tape of this game home, study the film, try to come up with something, but when he goes back out on tour, because he'll be competing between now and the next Madden Challenge final, so it'll be interesting to see what he does with his game to take it up.
So Sandman already in Big Gene's territory, and he gets another touchdown right there. I mean, this is just an onslaught, fellas.
He's going for 2. He wants to break the 70-point barrier, and really, this is just, it's pure bravado right here.
He gets it 71-42 with 1:37 remaining in this game. David Sandman Sidecheck is going to be leaving Vegas $50,000 richer.
If you didn't know him before, you're going to know him now. A great performance by Sandman, and really, he's earned the respect of Madden players and non-Madden players alike.
And he will be this year's Madden Challenge champ.
You do got to wonder about some of the opponents that were left in the wake of Big Gene looking at this saying, you know, maybe I could have done a better job competing in the final match. And you look at a performance like this.
Well, I think I know one of those guys. Charles, you came out to about 4 cities in the Madden Challenge this year.
Oh, yeah, I definitely came out. Yeah, I consider myself to be a top baller. You know, I represented last year in the EA Challenge, made it all the way down to Jamaica, but unfortunately this year, it wasn't my year, you know. I think me and, you know, because I done played Sandman a couple of times, and he put up big points against me, so I don't really know if I could have done any better than Big Gene here.
Well, certainly the Madden community will be talking about this game, analyzing it, talking about what might have been. 71 points on offense for the Sandman. Unbelievable.
Final scoreboard doesn't lie, and right now, Sandman displayed flawlessness, and I commend him in a valiant effort out here just to
Big Gene trying to get one more score. He calls timeout with just a few seconds left. Wanted to get in there and just have some kind of respectable finish, maybe get 50 points on the board.
Vic back to pass with seconds left, and it's into the end zone and caught by Brian Finneran for a touchdown.
And that's really about pride. You know, I think Big Gene wants to show that, look, I know I lost this game, but I'm not going to throw down the stick. I'm going to continue to play, and I'm going to put points on the board, and he did.
And he gets the 2-point conversion. That's it. The final score of the 2003 EA Sports Madden Challenge Championship game, 71-50. David Sandman Sidecheck is this year's Madden Challenge champion. We'll be right back with the presentation of the grand prize of $50,000 right after this. Welcome back to the 2003 EA Sports Madden Challenge Championship. We're ready to crown this year's champ, and now Rossi Morreale is down on the floor with this year's winner.
You're the #1 Madden player in the country, and you just won 50 grand. Just tell me how it feels.
It's awesome. I mean, it's just a great feeling, you know, for it all to finally come together and for me to win it.
You came out in the second half and blew him out like he wasn't even there. What did you do different? What did you change? What did he change? What happened in the second half that made it such a blowout?
Exactly like I said before, I wasn't going to change anything. I was just not, he was just getting away from my guys. I mean, everything I was doing was working, so I did the same thing. And in the second half, my players were getting to his quarterback, so, you know, it was as easy as that. I knew I was going to stop him eventually. Eventually, the stops are going to come.
All right, I'm now joined by Big Gene. Big Gene, man, what happened?
I got up. I played him for like 3 times before. He never, ever stopped me one possession.
Yeah.
I was being disrespectful in the second half because I didn't respect him on defense. And he played a better game than me. He D'd up, man. He stopped me a few times, and that's where I lost the game.
Well, there you have it. David Sandman Sychek is the 2003 EA Sports Madden Challenge champion, and most important, he's $50,000. Richard, guys, your thoughts on this big game?
He absolutely earned every penny of that money, and really, Charles, he knew this before we even stepped into the building today. I thought Big Gene might be able to come up with some big defense. He did early on, but I think the second half really got a little bit too cocky. He got a little bit too ahead of himself. He didn't play his game he played the first half. He got locked into this kind of, I gotta score now, and really put himself in a real tough position to come back from.
Oh, yeah. I like to commend both ballers because they put a great performance together here. But like I knew, Sandman is the best baller in the country right now. And if anybody out there doubted Sandman, he made them a believer today. His game is stifling, and he is definitely worthy of being the champion of the EA tournament.
Well, that's going to do it here from the House of Blues at the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. For Charles Smith and Scott Rubin and Rossi Moriali, I'm Jim Murray, and we'll see you at next year's Madden Challenge Championship.
All the homeboys in the house.